What's up, everybody? Jed Johnson here from dieselcrew.com, and this is video number 3 in the 31 days of Q&A here on my YouTube channel. I am a little behind, but I'm going to try to catch up, and even if I don't, you will definitely get 31 days of Q&A here on the channel. So, the question I want to answer right now has to do with grippers, and the person that commented was someone, and they said basically what they're saying is, if your hand is big enough to close the number 1, let's say with a credit card set or no set, then is it possible for you to close the number 4? This is something that's been stated several times. For instance, people will complain about and I don't blame them, especially smaller-handed individuals find it very disturbing that they would have to set the gripper with a credit card in order to get certified for closing the gripper. And the argument that's often directed back at them is, if you're strong enough to close a number 1, or if your hand is big enough to close a number 1 with a credit card set, then you should be able to close a number 4 with a credit card set. And while that may be true, with enough training, you might be able to develop enough strength to close the number 4 with your small hands using the credit card set. That's kind of like saying, if you can bench press 135, then you should have the body potential, physical potential, to bench 1,035. Because after all, on the bench press, all you have to do is take the bar off the rack, lower it to your chest, and then press it back up to your arms extended position. Similarly, all you have to do with the gripper is get your fingers on there, swipe the card, and then touch the handles together. So, if you think about it, yeah, if your hands are big enough to close the number 1 with a credit card set, then you should be physically capable of one day developing the strength to close the number 4 with a credit card set. But if you think about it, almost anybody can train if they have two. If the good Lord has given them 2 healthy arms and torso, they should be able to bench press 135 eventually. So, but does that mean they're going to be able to ever train to reach 1,035? You're talking about numbers that are incredible. I mean, how many people have ever benched 1,000 pounds with equipment and gear assisting them? I don't know the answer to that. I'm not sure. It might be 10, it might be 20. I don't know. It might be 5. I'm not sure. But it's not a lot of people. And if you think about it, I mean, how many people bench press? A whole hell of a lot of people bench press. But almost none of those people are ever going to bench 1,035 pounds. See what I'm getting at? Yeah, you've got the body, the physical potential to perform that movement. Your arms can lower a bar down and then extend, push it away from your body to lockout. But we all know most people are not going to bench 1,035. It's just not going to happen. So, to say that if your hands are big enough to do a 1, then you'll be able to do a 4 if you train hard enough, it's really, I don't know what the fallacy is, what you would call that, but it's a fallacy. It's just not going to happen. So, do I agree with that statement?
Stay on I-84.
I do not. Unfortunately, I think you have to have hands of a certain size
6 miles.
in order to perform the credit card set properly. And once the gripper becomes so darn strong, if you have any fraction of a millimeter off, it's going to throw off your technique. And when you're dealing with that much force, you'll never be able to overcome it. So I'm not a subscriber to that logic, unfortunately. So that's why I feel that a lot of Iron Mind did a disservice to the smaller-handed individuals when they went to a credit card set, because even the jump to a number 3, it makes it really, really hard if you have small hands. And in the past, you only had to set it and close it one-handed for the last 1 inch of space. I think if anything, they should have separate lists. That's my belief. They should have a list for the old cert rules, and they should have a list for the new cert rules. Because I'm one of the ones that's certified under the old rules, and I'm just not interested in training the new cert rules that hard. So like, I kind of feel bad that I'm on the list because I haven't done what everybody else has done since like 2005 or whenever the rules changed. So that's the way I see it, guys. What do you think? Why don't you leave a comment below with your thoughts on hand size and grippers and the credit card set and things like that? What do you think is fair? What do you think would be better? Do you think the credit card is fair for everybody? What's your thoughts? Leave them below. Please give it one of these, everybody. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more coming your way. Thanks, everyone. Take care.